Who is Joseph Biden? Joseph Biden, born on November 20th, 1942 in Scranton, Pennsylvania, assumed office as the 46th President of the United States on January 20th, 2021. He's still in office. Biden's presidency has faced challenges including the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, the border crisis, economic issues such as high gas and food prices, and political polarization. Here's 10 interesting facts about the big guy. Biden inherited the presidency during the global COVID-19 pandemic and immediately focused on ramping up vaccination efforts, implementing mask mandates, and providing economic relief to individuals and businesses affected by the pandemic. Turned out that masks don't work. The vaccine has most likely killed more or injured more people than the pandemic itself. Also known as the Biden Crime Bill, the 1994 Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act was a comprehensive piece of legislation that included a range of provisions, some of which have been linked to increased incarceration rates among Black Americans. The crack cocaine sentencing disparity in particular has been criticized for disproportionately impacting Black Americans, as crack cocaine offenses carried a much longer mandatory minimum sentence than powder cocaine offenses, even though the drugs are chemically similar. Biden proposed ambitious infrastructure plans, including the American Jobs Plan and the American Families Plan, with a focus on improving physical infrastructure, addressing climate change, and investing in education and social programs. America is now over $30 trillion in debt, and now interest payments are more than $1 trillion per year. Biden faced criticism from the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan in August 2021, which led to the rapid takeover of the country by the Taliban and the chaotic evacuation of American citizens and Afghan allies. Over $85 billion in high-tech military equipment, including rockets, drones, helicopters, jeeps, and millions of rounds of ammunition, were left behind to be used by the Taliban. Biden advocated for voting rights and democracy reform, supporting the For the People Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act to address voting access, gerrymandering, and campaign finance issues. As with all Democrats, Biden believes that voter ID is a threat to democracy and is racist. The Biden administration navigated challenges in U.S. relations with Russia, China, and other international partners miserably. Issues such as cyber attacks, human rights concerns, and trade tensions shape the global landscape. He has given over $75 billion to Ukraine, depleted our own military munitions, and now seems to support war between Israel and Hamas. Meanwhile, he has personally taken money from both Russia and China via his son Hunter's corporations, known as the 10% for the big guy scandal. Biden rejoined the Paris Agreement on climate change and committed the U.S. to ambitious climate goals. He also sold much of the strategic oil reserves to China and used the rest to attempt to lower gas prices, which have skyrocketed under his term as president. He has attempted to outlaw gas stoves. The Biden administration faced scrutiny for its handling of immigration and border policies, including an increase in arrivals in the U.S.-Mexican border. Debates centered on border security, migrant detention, and pathways to citizenship. It is estimated that over 10 million illegal immigrants have crossed the border under Biden, including thousands of known terrorists, not to mention the hundreds of thousands of fentanyl deaths every year. Despite political challenges, Biden succeeded in passing a bipartisan infrastructure bill, focusing on traditional infrastructure projects such as roads, bridges, and broadband. The bill aims to address long-standing infrastructure needs in the United States. Over $50 billion goes towards supposed climate change, while only $10 billion goes to roads and bridges infrastructure. To combat the ongoing pandemic, Biden announced vaccine mandates for federal workers and large businesses. These measures faced legal challenges and ignited debates about public health, individual freedoms, and government intervention. Now, more young people die of heart problems than ever before, and a new category, sudden adult death syndrome, or SADS, has appeared beginning not long after the introduction of the mRNA vaccines. Joe Biden's presidency is characterized by the complex challenges of the 21st century, including the ongoing pandemic, economic recovery, and political polarization. While he has achieved legislative successes, Biden has faced criticism for aspects of his foreign policy, the withdrawal from Afghanistan, and the management of domestic issues. As with any presidency, ongoing events and policy decisions will continue to shape the evaluation of his tenure. Just in, Congress shows records showing Biden was paid directly from son Hunter Biden's corporation, which took money from Russia and China. Did you enjoy this video about the big guy? Then give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. And hey, did you know that Joseph R. Biden is number 1 in our top 10 countdown of worst U.S. presidents? That's right, you can watch the entire worst U.S. presidents top 10 countdown by clicking the link above or clicking the link in the description. Thanks and have a great day.